If you've been paying attention at all to this crazy real estate market, you know now is a great time to sell. Or is it? Maybe you're not quite ready. Maybe you don't have anywhere to go, or maybe you just bought a house. You're thinking of it as maybe a short-term investment or a 3 to 5 year investment. So what are the things that you can do to your home that are improvements that will actually add value when you're ready to sell? Today, I have 9 of those things for you that have a pretty high rate of return so that you know which items you want to work on between now and the time you do decide to sell. Hey, it's Stacey Christopherson, C4 Real Estate Team with Coldwell Banker in Farmington, Utah. Glad you're here. Let's jump right in. I have 9 things today that are home improvements that will actually add value to your home when you do go to sell. The first one, just maintain those indoor systems. What I mean by that, make sure the AC is serviced every spring. Make sure you service that furnace in the fall before you turn it on. Keep those filters changed. Check the hot water heater. Make sure it doesn't need to be checked on or if there's any leaks. So just keep those indoor systems super clean and maintenance free. That's gonna go a long ways when you decide to sell. Now let's head outside. All of these exterior improvements are gonna have a high return on investment. Maintain your garage doors. If you've run into them with the car, I mean, it happens. Or if the electric garage door is not working, the little eyes are kind of got janky and it doesn't close and shut the way it's supposed to, maintain those garage doors. If you have super old windows, a great return on investment is just putting new windows in. You can do them one room at a time. You can do them every 6 months. But if you're thinking about selling in 2 to 3 years, get the windows updated. Not only will it help with your cost heating and cooling the home, but it does have a high return on investment. The third thing is just maintain the siding or the exterior of your home. Sometimes if you have aluminum or vinyl siding, I've seen a lot of homes that had the grill up next to the vinyl siding and actually melted it. If you have any spots like that, just look for the replacement pieces. They may not match, so what you want to do is in the high visibility areas, make sure that siding matches. Put that new piece somewhere that's less obvious. But if there's a hole, maybe it's got kicked, or again, maybe it melted, just get those replaced. The last thing on the exterior is that front door. If it's old and ratty, think about replacing it. The front door comes into curb appeal. People love a fresh front door. If you walk up and the front door is kind of ratty and gross, it just doesn't bode well for when you walk in the door. You can always repaint, restain those front doors. So keep the exterior looking fresh and maintenance free. Did you know your return on investment for attic insulation is over 100%? So you add insulation. Not only is that going to, again, help your heating and cooling bills in the meantime, but when the home inspector goes up there for the buyer, when you do decide to sell and sees that you have adequate insulation, it's a really good sign to those buyers that this house has been very well maintained. Oftentimes, a lot of sellers say, should I update the bathroom? Well, I would say when we walk into a house, the most popular places to look for updates are the bathrooms and the kitchen. If you go in and update your bathroom, you should get about a 67% return on investment. Of course, don't go overboard. Just look at the newest trends and then kind of decide what your budget is. Again, you can do countertops this month and maybe paint and flooring next month. Now on the kitchen, which is number 5, your return on investment is about 54%. However, I can tell you an updated kitchen will increase your sellability 100%. So while the money you spend in a kitchen, typical kitchens can cost $50,000 to $60,000. It depends how big it is and what upgrades you do, but you will get some of that money back. Number 6, we head back outside. Curb appeal, mow the grass, keep the grass watered, keep it green, add some flowers. Perennials come back every year. They're bulbs, you can put them in the beds. Plant a couple trees. The easiest fix, I just had a seller, he didn't know what to do with the section. Lay the black weed guard down and throw some mulch over it. Just have a definite line where that goes, but man, that spruces the yard up and makes it look fantastic, and it's a super cheap fix. Number 7 is tricky in Utah. So when you get a listing sent to you and it shows the total square footage, that includes basements, which we do have here. However, it includes that square footage whether the basement is finished or unfinished. So that's where people sometimes get hung up. For the price of what you're getting, you may have a completely unfinished basement. If you buy a house with an unfinished basement and decide to finish it, your return on investment's about 70%. But what I can tell you in Utah, with the bigger families that we have here, is that people love a finished basement. Keep the finishes the same as what it looks like upstairs. You don't want to feel like you go from one house to a different house just by going down the stairs. Don't over improve it, but make it similar to upstairs, and you get, again, about a 70% return on investment. The 8th thing that I can promise you will help you down the road is to add storage. If you have a room that you walk into from the garage and there's no storage, like AKA a mud room, think about putting in those built-in lockers where kids can throw their shoes or hang their backpacks, or you can hang coats. Another thing you can do for storage is add closet systems. So if you have a smaller walk-in closet, there's awesome shelving and cubes and rods that you can put in there that actually increases your storage space, but it's the same closet that you started with. The 9th home improvement that is going to increase value to your home when you sell it is just the little things. Keep the baseboards clean and painted, chip-free. Of course, you're gonna hang pictures. So if you know you're getting ready to sell, take them down, spackle them, and paint them. So anytime you paint, make sure you keep that paint. So when it comes time, you have the matching paint to patch holes. Be sure to clean your carpets maybe once a year, especially if you have pets. It's gonna help maintain the life of the carpet and keep it looking super fresh when you do decide to sell. These are just 9 home improvements that will add value to your home if you don't want to sell right now, or if you're thinking about doing it down the road. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're happy to help. We'll come over, do a tour, and kind of point out the things that we would do if we were going to sell the house for you. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.